What's going on?
Yeah, they were fighting inside.
Who's they? Where's the other people at?
A couple of the workers fighting over workers.
What's going on?
So I came over here because I had made a mistake. So I came in here, I said, hey, I was talking to the girls. I said, hey, look, I made a mistake on my order. Is there any chance you guys can switch it out for what I want? I'll pay for the rest, whatever, cool. She's like, yeah, no worries. She's like, well, they were looking at my order and they were like, oh, but is this thin crust here, da da da. I was like, yeah. I was like, I made the mistake, I'm sorry. I just wanted to be fixed, that's it, cool. There was no problem between me and the girls. They went in the back, they told one of the workers there, and that worker was like all out, she's a f***ing lying. And I was like, bro, like, for real? Like, you're at your own job? You know? And so I was like, hey, what's his name? I need his name. They didn't give me his name. They were, one of the girls, the one that fought me, was there sitting there laughing about it and was like, they were all whispering, they're like, she heard it. So then that's when that dude, the manager, he came to the front. When I come here, I order from him only. So this is all new to me, you know? I had asked him, I said, hey, is that your worker right there? He was like, yeah, and I was like, well, I just want to let you know what he said. I said, I was ordering, I admitted my wrongs, and I just said, hey, I made a mistake, I just want it fixed. Yeah. And he called me a lying. And then the dude stands there like, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a female, like, I'm not gonna argue with you, you're a man. So I was like, what's up, dude? Like, I'm talking about you obviously. He's standing there like he's trying to intimidate me. Then he walks back, my husband comes because he's like, what's going on? What's taking for so long? And he heard the dude.
Is he inside or is your husband?
No, he's at home. But he came to tell the dude to come and apologize. And then I don't know how that escalated. And I saw the girl, the little young girl, I saw her hit him. And I told her, I said, don't hit him. I was like, because then I'm gonna get involved. She came, and you'll see it in the thing, she came running all the way over here and she hit me. And she started hitting me, so I fought back. That's all I can do. I wasn't here to fight. I just wanted my order fixed, and that was it.
So you ordered it wrong by accident.
By accident.
They did the order that you ordered. You realized you was wrong.
Yeah.
Or that you made a mistake.
Yes.
So you said, I'm sorry. I know I ordered crispy, but I meant this one.
Yes.
Can I order what I should be ordering
Yes.
rather than the one that you gave me? Can I get it fixed?
Exactly.
Everything was okay from then.
From then.
So then that dude in the back, the cook out there.
Yeah.
Where's your boyfriend?
He's at home.
Well, he needs to get here. He wants to hit little girls. He's gonna go to jail.
What do you mean he didn't hit a little
I
girl?
have 5 different people telling me that he slammed
Yeah,
the chick.
they're all defending her, but he did not hit. I'm telling you,
Okay, well,
he
he
did
needs
not.
to come back.
Well, while he's at the house, we can go to the house. He did not hit her. He was trying to get her off of me because she was attacking me. She was the one that attacked me first. If you watch the videos, you will see she came up to me. I was already behind the bar. I was staying where I was at because I didn't want any trouble. Yes.
And then that's when
she was antagonizing when my man was fighting with the dude. She was antagonizing it. She was there.
So how did she get involved if you...
That's what I'm saying. She had nothing involved. She just got involved because they started, the two guys.
And who are you dealing with?
I was dealing with the two young girls. There's one that has glasses. I think she has glasses. And then another one, she's a little bit dark skinned.
The skinny one and the heavier set one?
Yeah. The skinny one is the one I fought, the younger one. She said they're 14. How is she 14 working here? You're supposed to be 18, right?
I don't know what the law is now. And so who are you dealing with about the order? Was it the big heavy set one?
Yeah, the big heavy set one.
And she was okay? She was cool with the order?
She was cool. Everybody was cool. Literally, it was so cool.
So what started the whole with her and your boyfriend and your...
Because the guy started saying lying. And then when I was talking to the manager, telling him what he said to me, complaining about it, that's when he was like, that's when he came over here and he went to go and he looked at me like this, up and down, got his drink, and then came over here and stood right next to the manager. And I was like, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? And the manager was telling him, dude, like, stop. Like, that's when it all started to escalate, when he started to come over here and talk to me for no reason.
That dude, the male guy?
Yeah. My husband saw what he did, so that's when it escalated. And my husband was telling him, go say sorry. I don't know how all of that escalated, because by the time that escalated, it was with me and this girl right here
Arguing. Why did your husband just leave like that if it was just a fight? I mean, because people fight. I mean, we're not...
He doesn't like to be involved in stuff like this. He has a job that he could lose. He doesn't like to be in stuff like
But
this.
by him coming like that, now makes him involved because I got to go talk to him now.
Yeah.
So that's why if he would have just stayed here, I could have been like, okay, so is there a way you could call him to get back here so I don't have to go to your house?
Yeah, but that whole he hit a little girl, he didn't. He wasn't fighting her.
I haven't talked to anybody there, so see if you could get your husband back here. If not, I'm gonna have to go, and that makes issues worse. Okay, I don't want issues to be worse, but if he could come here and talk to us, then I'll settle it out.
Okay.
But if I have to go find him, then it makes it a big issue.
Okay.
So I'm Officer Knight with the SPL Police Department.
How's it going?
Can you just tell me what unfolded? I know you talked to the officers, but they kind of give me the...
This lady came in and she said something about her pizza being wrong. And we f***ed up on it and stuff. Well, they went back there and told me, and I was like, no way, she's a liar. I said, but we'll make her another one. The pizza's in the oven. We made her another one. And she kept on. And then, I walked out, I got something to drink. And she told me, yeah, I'm talking to you. And I said, okay. And I kept walking. And she said, I'll call my husband in right now. And I said, call whoever you want. And I kept walking. And at that time, her husband walked in around here. And I was in the dish room. He went back there. And he told me, don't talk to my wife like that again. This is Spania. We're the old veteranos. And I was like, dude, I didn't tell her nothing. I was back there. I never told her anything. I said, leave. You need to leave. You're going to get arrested. This place of business. And at that time, they started fighting up here. I don't know what happened up here.
Who was fighting?
Madeja, she's 15, and his wife. She had one arm.
Okay, and you don't know what escalated onto that, how that started?
No. I was back there. I heard it coming.
You were back there with the husband, trying to
The
tell
husband
him to
heard
get out
it
of here.
too. He ran over here. He grabbed Madeja by the throat and the arm, and he threw her over this table's right here on the floor.
Okay.
She's my stepdaughter.
Okay.
I said, no, mother. And I grabbed him from his shirt, and I pulled him off, and I threw him in the corner right there. And at that time, he tried to get me in a headlock, punching me and stuff. I punched him. We fought a little bit there. His wife jumped on my back. Madeja pulled her off. We fought around here.
So the girl out there jumped on your back because you guys were tussling in the corner. And then that's when Deja or Tasia? Madeja
She
grabs the lady.
off from me.
Okay.
And then the husband kept coming. We fought here a little bit more. And I backed up the whole way down there all the way. And I said, leave, bro, leave. Look at your face already. I said, get the out of here. They called the cops. You guys need to leave. He left. The wife stayed out here talking to Madeja the whole time.
So after you and him are still tussling down here, you said leave. He finally leaves. The girl, the wife out there,
She was right here by this
still arguing with Madeja.
Her and the other girl were holding her back, and she was yelling at Madeja, "You I'm gonna you up." And Madeja's like, "I'm 15. What the is wrong with you?" Like, she hit a minor, for nothing, for a pizza.
Yep.
It was stupid, and we made a whole pizza for her for. Like, it was stupid,
Can you call Madeja over here?
Yeah.
So I could talk to her?
Yeah, she's a minor. Her mom will be on her way.
Okay, yeah, that's
But
fine.
I can't get it to rewind. But basically what happened is the customer came in. They had got into it. This lady was upset about her order. She said that he said something, whatever. He was back there washing dishes. Customer, she was arguing. I told her I'll fix it. Okay. Her husband started walking back there. So I ran back there to try to stop him. He was arguing with him. And then when I was back there, they started fighting up here. So then I ran back up here. They both came running behind me. Then they all started fighting. And then I went outside and called the police.
Okay. Just trying to figure out what's going on. Obviously, there's a lot of people involved. People outside, managers, stuff like that. Can you tell me what you saw?
Okay, so let me tell you just from the beginning. I just delivered a pizza to her just maybe 5 minutes prior before she walked in.
At her residence?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she came back in, and I was like, oh, you're just the one I delivered the pizza to. She's like, yeah. She's like, these wings were supposed to be buffalo, and the pizza, I messed up on my fault. So I pulled him in the back, and the guy kind of got upset. He was like, no, she's wrong. So she got upset by that. She's like, I want his name, and I want somebody I can talk to about his name. Well, she called her boyfriend, and she told her boyfriend to come over here. After that, we were trying to fix her order. We were doing everything to, fix everything. I saw some guy walk back here, and I'm like,
Who's that?
This is only my second day. I didn't know if he worked here or what. But when I saw he was walking like that, we were like, no, you can't be back there. And then the other guy came. Well, no, they were fighting back there, and she was telling her you can't, don't be calling your husband here. We're already fixing it.
Who was telling that?
Her.
The redhead or the other one?
The other one.
Okay.
So the girl started yelling at her, and she started walking up to the
back register?
Yeah, to the back register. And she grabbed her by the hand, and they started fighting. and me and the redheads tried to pull him away.
Okay.
The boyfriend had grabbed the younger one, not the redhead. It started again. He had pulled him because he had punched her and put him in the corner. And then the girl went at him again because her boyfriend was losing, and she went after her again.
Who you talking about?
My husband.
Okay. Right now you're going to under arrest for battery and child.
Yep. Girl you attacked is 14 years old.
Can you feel my fingers in between?
That's fine.
That's fine for her to attack me?
Listen, I gave you every opportunity. You told me it's you.
I did.
There's 5 other people that have a consistent story.
Did you guys watch the video?
It's waiting for it, but I have everybody saying so. I just don't arrest people because I arrest people because I'm taking everybody's word. Okay, you're not help. Chris is not coming, so he's gonna have to. He has a good job and he's worried about it. Well, guess what? He screwed that up.
Now he's
Okay.
about to get a warrant.
Now he's gonna get a warrant for the same thing you're getting. Okay. No more questions. Let's go.
When you guys don't have a video, but you're arresting me for what?
For what?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I didn't do anything. But she was the one that hit me first.
I'll explain further. Hold on. Demisha,
Janisha,
you have any injuries?
Well, my forehead hurts a little bit, but I'm icing it.
Okay. Do you have any? Can I see your neck? Anything on your hands?
no, she's not.
And you said your mom's on your way? Okay.
She'll be right here.
All right.
She would have been faster if my grandma wasn't coming to be nosy.
Okay. But, so just because you are a minor and your mom is your guardian, I can't talk to you without her approval. Then obviously you could talk to me about what happened.
Okay.
She is. I just arrested her, so she's being arrested for child and battery because you are a minor. The guy, I'm getting a little bit. They're giving me a lot of. I don't
Threw
know.
her on the floor.
Yeah, that's why my
Well, we're gonna write a warrant for him, but she's not telling us where he's at and not telling us information.
Oh,
so.
he took off.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
took off in that great truck. Took off from right away.
So his stuff is coming for her for just the initial battery on you and you guys fighting out here for what everybody had said. The male, the husband or whatever, that is gonna come later down the road once I can identify where he's at, where he is, and what.
Do you guys need his address?
Yeah, we have her address. I guess you guys did the delivery, as you said. But right now, so I'll just wait till your mom gets here so I can talk to you further. Okay, obviously, this is not changing. You are going to jail, okay? Now, I need to identify who your husband is, okay? Remember I told you, it's going to make it worse for him than him to come clean and try to figure this stuff out. If I have to start hunting and start looking for people, that's when things get worse and it looks worse for them,
He
okay?
does a good job, so I'm gonna guess and say he works at the labs, right? You know how easy it is for me to call Los Alamos National Labs Monday morning and find out who he is and make a really big stink about this?
And that's probably what's going to end up happening because I just tried talking to him on your phone. He hung up because he knows that we're here. Okay? Now you're taking the fall for it, for what he did and everything like that. Yes, we're getting surveillance and that surveillance will show. But I have 5 people in there that told me the same exact story that you and that female were fighting. Okay? What your husband did is a whole different story. Okay? So I'm going to ask you as the arresting officer and I'm going to be dealing with you. I need your husband's information. Is it Chris or Christopher? And what's his last name? How are you married to him and you don't know? And this is where.
Married to him.
Okay, so what's his last name?
I can't. Can I talk to him and try to get him over here?
I gave you that opportunity a long time ago.
I've been trying.
And now it's just looking worse because now he's tacking on different charges for him evading us like this. So now you can also get obstruction charging because you're now not telling me what you know. Now you're obstructing with this investigation. So now you're just making you're going to jail right now for child and battery. Then do you want to start tacking on obstruction? Because all you need to give me is a name and a birthday so I can identify who this person is. Who is your husband or boyfriend?
He's my boyfriend.
Their boyfriend. Okay, now we're starting somewhere. What's his first name? Okay, what is Christopher's last name?
Gallegos.
Christopher Gallegos. Okay, so thank you for that. You know, that I appreciate that. Unfortunately, I can't overturn anything that's going on, but I just want you to understand that your fight with the little girl there, I say little girl because she's under the age of 18. So that's why everything probably unfolded. But the fight that you had, that's all you're being charged with is fighting her. The reason why it's child abuse is because she's under the age of 18. And there's certain
Is she
state.
gonna get charged for anything? Because she did hit me first, though.
So and that's where court comes into effect as far as okay. But right now you are the adult. Hello. Are you? Okay. Can I talk to you?
Yes, please.
So after they were fighting, her other 2 coworkers tried separating the 2. Once they were trying to separate the 2, That's when Constance and this other gentleman started fighting physically. When she came out, she saw that the other dude's husband saw the wife on top of her, or she was on top of the wife. So the male grabs her.
So he also touched her.
Yeah.
On my neck, he threw me down right my neck is what everyone was telling me. So
Well,
my
I
neck is
want
all red.
charges pressed on him as well.
What I'm doing now is she is being arrested, the female. She's in the back of my car. She's being arrested for child and battery.
Good,
Okay?
good.
That's because she's here.
Good.
And reason why I
I'm not even allowed to hit my daughter when she's talking back to me, much less some damn stranger putting their hands on my child.
Yes, and that's
No.
that's a no tolerance for us. We see it that way as well, even if it is a messed up order. It shouldn't be do that.
Yeah,
she's
One deserves to get
No.
and she's the adult, so she should know better and to cause a scene. Now the male, we're able to identify him. Now he's gonna have
Well, it's her husband. Why isn't she giving up the
trust
name?
me, it's a lot of people. It's
He was a detective, so he has a lot of experience. He found out who he was pretty quick.
Good.
So-
Very quickly, he found out who he was.
so she's very loyal. She didn't want to tell us her name, the guy's name. We found out by getting it our way. So he is also going to face the same charges. Obviously, he's not here, but there's paperwork called a warrant that I'm gonna draft by tomorrow, and I can make phone calls to locate him, or we'll do it ourselves if he's local. So he's also going to face the same charges.
And
Okay.
they're banned from pizza night because I'm a manager here as well, right?
Okay,
I
so-
do not want them here again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that I have her, I'll have a trespass order and I'll bring you the thing.
Awesome.
So that's basically what's going on as of today, from start to finish.
Yeah, so she walked in and I was in the back and they were up there and I went over there and I heard her talking about how we messed up her order, but I looked on the top where it says the order type in and it said web delivery. So when it says web delivery, it means she put in her order herself. So we're like, she put in the order herself. So she came back and she was trying to say, you guys messed up our order, you didn't add the pepperoni and we wanted pepperoni. I'm like, but you put the order in yourself. So I went back there and I told my mom's boyfriend, I'm like, we need to remake this pizza. We need to remake this pizza. And he's like, with pepperoni, because we forgot to add pepperoni. He's like, oh no, she's a liar. We add pepperoni. And it was on the web delivery. I'm like, yeah, she is a liar. So we went up there and she's like, I heard you call me a liar. And he looked at my boyfriend. He's like, yeah, I'm talking to you. I want your manager. And then that's when Daryl, or who was in front? Daryl? And then that's when Daryl came. And then he's like, he was like,
We'll fix it.
we'll fix it, because we already had the pizza in the oven. He's like, and he's like, do you want me to get my husband over here? And he's like, get him over here. And he walked away. So I went away and I walked away with him, and that's when I saw this big old guy come in. And I'm like, whoa. So I went over there. I'm like, you should fight your own battles instead of calling your husband over here. And she's like, what the f- did you just say to me? I'm like, never mind. So I walked away and I went over there with my stepdad. And to see if the big guy was gonna hit him, like I was gonna do something to the big guy, like hit him or anything. I just wanted to see what was gonna happen or anything, because there's no cameras back there. I know that for a fact. There's no cameras back there. So she yelled at me and she's like, you better not hit him. You better not hit him. So I went back over there. I'm like, I'm not gonna hit him. He's like, you get your ass over here. So I went over there and she's like, you wanna fight him? So we went out there and she's like, boom. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Boom.
Okay.
I will hit him. I will hit him. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know.
It's
And then
okay.
we went at it.
Okay. So she came at you and threw a punch at you,
Yeah.
hit you, and then what happened after that?
I don't know. We were just fighting.
You remember after what?
Yeah, I fell over the table, but I don't know who grabbed me. But my hair was over my face, and you know, I don't know if you've ever been in a fight, but you have like the adrenaline, and you're kind of having like a blackout.
Yeah.
What's it called? I went over the table. I'm like, whoa, 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 and I felt this big old arm on me. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And
After that happened, did you guys continue to fight?
No. My mom's boyfriend got him off, and I walked away, and then she came right back at me.
Started going at you again.
She had my hair out like this, and I'm over here all backed up, and she's still hitting me like she has my hair. And I'm like, leave me alone.
And then at what point did she leave, or did she ever leave, or
I think it's when Nicole got her off of me.
Nicole? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the other associates that you work with that kind of separated them?
Yeah.
Okay. To be on her.
Picture of the lump on her head that she left her.
No.
Just a little
I do
one,
want
because
that
I've been
picture.
icing
I mean,
it.
she caused bodily harm to my
I
child.
was icing it.
right here.
Sure.
See there?
Yeah.
That mark.
Like, I want a picture taken of that.
I don't know if she had a ring. It looks like maybe a ring. Look.
It could be.
She has
Yeah, yeah. Let me grab my camera. I was just trying to conclude stuff, and that's my next step.
That's fine. And then show him your neck.
Okay.
Good.
Yes. You guys have any questions for us before I head out of here and take her?
Just will I get notified when she's going to court? Because I do want me and my daughter to
Yeah, so usually what happens is she'll get arraigned, he'll get arraigned, being that she is a victim as well as you. The district attorney's office, when they're going to do a preliminary hearing, is basically how they do it in court now, is I'll get called, you get called, and you guys will kind of like it's in a sense testify to what had happened, basically what you told me, and then I will testify of that, yeah, everything you told me was accurate.
Okay.
So usually they will call you. I do have all your phone numbers, and the DAs will call you, and they'll actually subpoena you into court as well.
Awesome.
Just so you guys can go and
Yeah.
thank you. And I'll check tomorrow. I work tomorrow.
Yeah. So
about the surveillance, and I'll bring.
Between 7 and 8 p.m. and it's camera 15. So
Okay, perfect.
I'll text them. I'll let them know. And,
Perfect. But I'll come check in tomorrow to follow up.
okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man.
The woman was arrested and charged with intentional CA and battery.